Sportex. Subscribe now.
Rider Insight, Valencia MotoGP. Freddie Spencer's take on the Valencia Grand Prix, and his view on Lorenzo and Ducati. It seems like just yesterday we were in Qatar beginning the season, with all the hopes and dreams that the riders have in the unknown. Going into that first race in Qatar, one thing we knew for sure was the pace, not only the one-lap speed but also the race pace, that Maverick Viñales was able to run. In every test after the end of last season, he was leading. But as we went into the last race of the year, he wasn't even in contention for the World Championship. He was knocked out with his result of last race, and it was just down to the final two competitors, Marc Marquez and Andrea Dovizioso. As we've talked about all year, it was the Ducati rider that we didn't really expect. We thought Jorge Lorenzo would come into the factory Ducati team and take over the mantle, the hole left by Casey Stoner. The speed that Stoner was able to get out of the works Ducati, not even Valentino Rossi could do anything about that when he joined in 2011 and 12. He struggled, and so it was going to be interesting to see if Jorge Lorenzo could take that over. It wasn't him, it was Dovizioso. So, as we have documented all season, the real change in Dovi has been the confidence, the comfort that he seems to have in his general way that he's going about preparing for the weekend. The thing that I think is really the biggest change is his performance under pressure. This sounds like a very simple thing, and all riders at the very top level should be able to perform under pressure and be able to have that clarity when they need to. And that's what it is, it's clarity of thought that allows you to be able to make the right decision, manage the race and be able to foreshadow and anticipate. It is about anticipating not only the bike but also making the adjustments you need to, in your race management or in reaction to what the other rider is doing. That's what Dovi has done so well in two of his wins this year. As we know, he's beaten Marc on the last corner of the last lap and he made the right decisions. Would he be in a position at Valencia to be able to do the same thing? The circuit. It is an incredible facility for the fans. I enjoy going there because you can see so much from the pits, sweet boxes and the grandstands. But to be able to do that you must have a pretty tight racetrack. I've ridden on there a few times, and even on a RS 250, when we do the classic event there in February, it is pretty tight. On a 503-cylinder it is really tight, and I had a school there, so I've ridden a Panigale around there. The main thing you notice is just the lack of time in between corners. It seems like you're on the side of the tire quite a bit and you're accelerating a lot on the side of the tire. Even in the short shoot between corners right and left you're accelerating up and over and preparing for the next corner. There's very little time straight up and down, and the longest straightaway is not that long. So you have to think it doesn't suit the Ducati. It hasn't had a whole lot of success there, and I think that's part of the reason why. We know it struggles with being able to make a direction change under acceleration. The circuit makes for great racing, it makes for close racing, which is something that makes it more exciting. The unknown can happen going into the last race for the championship, as we saw in 2006 with Valentino Rossi with an 8-point lead over Nicky Hayden and he crashed at turn 2. That was around the time he was having some of the tax issues, so who knows if that was something in the back of his mind. It doesn't take a whole lot because we're all human, no matter how great of a rider that Valentino may be. Was that going to happen this weekend with Marc Marquez having a 21-point lead? Was he going to feel the pressure and make a mistake?